So it's 11 a.m. I've already made $5,000 today. I'll probably make 15, 20 more. Anybody can do this. And by no means am I gonna promise you that you'll make $5,000 or $20,000. But anybody can do this. Super simple. You've been so misinformed. You don't need to go to college to be able to do this. Every single one of you guys can do what I'm about to show you. So let's just stop BSing. Let's get straight into it. So check this out. This guy just asked me, what about an Instagram agency? I've been using Instagram to generate sales via DM, so maybe I can teach people that. I have 500 to 700 to invest at the moment. Would that be enough to start a business like this? I'm just gonna reply to him real quick. So, hey man, here's the thing, it's business. So you can't just expect that you're gonna build a business with $500 to $700, right? If you're trying to scale, what's gonna happen when you run out of that? You can't just expect, hey, $700, boom, I'm done, I'm gonna make it. So the best thing for you in your scenario is to put in the time and the resources where you don't have the money. Create training, put it together, put it in a members area, go back in, start teaching these people that you're DMing, build the email list, go through proof of concept, prove to yourself that people want the information you have, sell it, retain some of that money, learn ads so you can scale. And then when you're able to profitably scale with ads, you're gonna be able to cycle that back in, pay yourself, put more into ads, and now you have a business. If you had 10, 15 grand right now, I'd be telling you, hey, work with me, let's go and I'll teach you the ads, we'll get that. Since you don't, do what you can where you are with what you have, get that started, go through proof of concept, retain some of the money, then scale with paid advertising. See, like this guy, he's got a skill, he recognizes that he can teach it, and so he can turn that into money. Guys, please realize, understand, just take what you know about and sell products and services around it. It doesn't matter. For example, when I was a little kid, I really liked working with wood, like building furniture and tables and stuff like that. And there's people out there that love stuff like that. I could have been a 15-year-old going to Home Depot and buying like 4 planks of wood, turning it into a bench and hand hammering it until the thing actually was a bench. And then being able to sell that for $60 or $70 and pocketing the $40 net, right? Like there's so much you can be doing. Some of you guys, you're playing video games, you know cheat codes, you could be teaching that. Some of you are like, hey, I know about overcoming depression because I've been through it. People want to know that. You could start a consultation business. Like there's so many different things you can do. A degree is a piece of paper that says a college says you know something about some shit. It doesn't mean anything. I do welding. I'm a phenomenal welder. I'm very good. And I'm better than most certified welders. I don't have a certification. People care about the work and the results, not the diploma that has some fancy cursive writing that you can't even read from Harvard that you got after graduating from a college for 4 years, learning from a professor that makes less in 1 year than what guys like me do in a freaking weekend. So don't worry about the degree, you don't need it. This guy's name is Anthony Groper. Check it out. I sent him my wire information. He's like, hey, let's do it. Do you have a split pay, like half up front, half complete? I was like, hey, no, we do it all up front. He's like, okay, let's go. Now, what's he paying me for? He's paying for me to help him build a custom sales funnel. So he's got a product that he's got already out there. He's like, man, I need to be able to scale it. I need to sell it more. I'm like, dude, that's something we're good at. My company and myself are good at selling. We know how to create online sales processes. That's a service that we offer. We help businesses and entrepreneurs take their digital or their physical product or their service or their coaching program or their course and sell it online. People come to us and we source out leads that we can work with that we know need our help. So that was a $5 deal. There's a whiteboard here, which I could show you, but I'll just show you from here. This whiteboard here has all the deals. So like right now, I'm focused on lining up interviews, joint ventures, working deals, all of this stuff. Read between the lines here, okay? Realize a lot of you guys are not offering like digital products or services, but that's not the point. The point is you have skills right now. So I want you to think about what are the skills that you have. As a matter of fact, comment below this video, what are the skills that you have? I will reply to each one of these comments and tell you, hey, here's what I would do if I was in your position. In the comments below, let me know what skills you consider yourself to have right now, and also let me know how much you have to invest. Now, this is not a scenario where I'm gonna say, hey, great, work with me and give me your money. What I'm gonna say is, hey, if you're like this one guy here that I just showed you that had $500 to $700 to invest, here's what I would do. If you're a little bit more funded like Anthony, well, here's what I would do. Because there's gonna be a different shoe for every foot. I'm not gonna tell the guy that's got $50,000 to invest the same thing that I'm gonna tell the individual that has $100 to invest. You're in different areas of life, you're in different scenarios. This guy can invest in infrastructure that's going to get him ahead in a much different way than it's going to get you ahead if you have $100 to invest. So let me know what your skills are and how much you could invest right now if you wanted to start a business, or if you wanted to start earning $5,000 in a day, or take whatever it is that you know a little bit about and turn it into a product or service you can sell. So let me know in the comments below. I focus on lining myself up with interviews. I like to do interviews with people. I like when people interview me. It helps me get out there. Joint ventures. This is for other people to promote my products and services so I can get paid more, right? And then I've got deals I'm working. All these are like high ticket deals. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's probably 10 or 12 high ticket deals on there. These are deals that will make me between $100,000 and $150,000 in the next week. By the end of the month, that'll be another 100, 150 on the books. The stuff in the purple is like high ticket deals that happen later. But the point is, I'm doing everything I can to maximize my profitability. I'm reaching out to clients that I know, or prospects that I know need my services, and I'm taking something that I'm good at. That's the whole point of this video, guys. Taking something that you're good at and turning it into income. I want you to realize and have the mindset that, look, you do not need to have some sort of fancy degree. You don't need a Yale degree. You don't need a college education. There's things, every single one of you guys watching this video, think about it. When you were a kid, there were things that you were interested in. I know I love cars, motorcycles, and antique tractors of all things. I know it's funny. I still do. I have a collection of them, actually. Now, I also had a huge interest in like dirt bike riding or BMX and mountain biking. Like, I could take all of that and go, well, because I mountain biked so much or BMX and broke my bike so much, I know how to fix it. Start a bike repair service. Could do it online. I could advertise. I could go out in my local area, fix people's bikes. Because of the chores that you do at home, mowing lawns or whatever, you can go door to door. You can get that money. If you're sitting here going, well, I'm a massage therapist. With everything that's going on right now, you can consult and help people with their pain problems as a consultant online without being susceptible to corona or having people need to travel and all this different stuff. There's so many different things you could do. So the whole point of this video is I wanted to open your eyes so you realize there's so much that you can do. You don't need a degree. You don't need to go to college, and you have skills and assets in your brain that you've already acquired through your life to this point that you can be paid for. Maybe it's DIY stuff. Maybe you can be a consultant for whatever it is that you know a little bit about. Maybe you can start your own digital program. Maybe you can have your own course or mentorship program. Maybe you can be an online coach. Maybe you can go, my gosh, like I can build things for people. When I was 19, I went into sales for 4 years. That whole time I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And it led me on this, 7-8 year journey, arrived to the point where I'm at now. And I realized what fulfills me, what makes me happy. I create wealth in a way that allows me to do more of what I love in life, which is really important to me. But I also looked at it and went, man, like while I was in sales, I wanted to get out. There was a time I'm like, I want to start my own business. So my first business was Vulcan Customs, and I was doing metal fabrication for people. So I had taken a skill because I loved working on cars, and I was always fixing and taking apart shit as a kid. So I knew a little bit about working on cars. Didn't know everything, didn't know how to build an entire car from scratch and all this stuff, but knew bits and pieces. So I took those bits and pieces of what I knew and turned it into a business. I knew how to weld, I knew how to like bend metal. So I turned it into metal fabrication, more specifically for motorcycles, and I was making handlebars, ship linkage, sissy bars, which is like the backrest for a passenger, and I turned it into a business. I didn't have a college degree, didn't have a certification, not certified in shit now, don't have a college degree, don't have any qualifications on paper, but I know how to do the work, and the work is what people pay for. The result is what people pay for. The quality is what people pay for. So guys, I'm all about helping you build the skills as an entrepreneur. I don't want you in six-figure mediocrity, and I want you to realize that you can do anything you want in life, and you can get paid to build your passion, all right? You need to create wealth in a way that allows you to do more of what you love doing, not a 9-to-5 that drains your energy and soul that you hate, like 83% of Americans admit that they hate. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already, and please let me know in the comments what it is that you think you have skills in and what level of investment you can make. Now, I'd love to guide you. I'd love to give you a little bit of insight. I'll reply to every single one of those comments. And another thing is this. I also want you to wrap your head around the numbers. So often I ask people, what kind of income do you want to make? The two top answers are $100,000 a year, $1 million a year. What I want you to know is $100,000 a year is not a good quality of living, okay? You have tax. You're gonna have $65,000 left. You're going to have materials and resources and things you need to pay for to make that 100 grand, especially when you go into business for yourself. So you get all that figured out, and at the end of the day, you got 40 grand left. That's poverty level. Average cost of living in the United States, $53,000 a year. So then we move on to the million number. To make $1 million, you don't just make $1 million and have $1 million left. You got tax on that. You might have $650,000 after that. Now, if you know your taxes really well, you might have $800,000 $800,000. But let's just stick to that. $650,000 left. It also takes money to make that type of money. It takes people, it takes infrastructure, it takes resources. You have contract work, you have materials, you have ad costs. At the end of that, you might have $300,000. Now, $300,000 left at the end of the day is not enough money to be able to scale your business to the next level, to be able to create more infrastructure, to be able to automate, to be able to free up your time. So $1 million is not enough either. You need to raise the bar and set all of your energy, efforts, all your resources on a higher bar. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Let me know in the comments. What are your skills? How much can you invest? Let me help you. I'll reply to all my comments, and I'll see you in the next video.